from the neckline, I'm going to measure for 11 inches as I'm working with a smaller measurements. 11 inches will be the bust length or the bust line. I'm going to make a dot right there, and I'm going to find the measurement for the under bust, which will be at 15 inches. Now again, I'm going to make a line. This will be for the under bust, and then the remainder will be for the top length, which will be at 17 inches. Again, I'm going to make a marking, and make a straight line right at 17 inches. Now, because this is a very simple top, what I'm going to do now is to go into the middle of the top, and then right here, I'm going to place the dot right at the neckline. Now, right at the neckline, I'm also going to measure the armhole, which is going to be 5 inches. Now, right at 5 inches, again, I'm going to draw a straight line, which will be for the cut that goes right under the underarm. Okay, so I'm going to mark it as underarm. So next, I'm going to measure the bust and the waist. Now, starting from the center front, I'm going to go from the middle point and then find 7.5 as I'm working with a bust area, which is 7.5. I'm going to place some marking right here. Now, because the shirt is not a fitted top, I'm also going to make, first I'm going to add one inch on the side. Okay, right at 7.5, then I'm going to add 1 inch. It's going to make it 8.5, including the sewing allowance. And at the waistline, I'm going to extend it out 1 inch bigger than the bust line. So it's going to be 9.5 because it's not a form fitted top. Again, I'm going to do the same thing, 9.5 at the waist length, at the waist area, 9.5 at the waist area, and then 9.5 again at the length waist area at the bottom. So what I'm going to do is to take a ruler starting from my bust area, which is 8.5, and move my ruler to 9.5, making a triangular shape all the way down to the length of the top, and extending this to the underarms line. The line will be slanted. Now, for the upper part, I'm going to measure the measurement for the shape of the upper part of the top. So starting at the neckline, I'm going to measure 0.5, place a marking, and then extend it 1 inch down, and make another marking for 1.5 inches. Go 1 inch down again at the center front line, 1 inch down. I'm going to make it 2 inches. 1 inch down again. I'm going to make it 2.5 inches, and all the way at the underarms line, I'm going to make it 4 inches. So what I'm going to do right at the neckline is to take my ruler again. So simple. Then I'm going to extend, connect the dots together. But what I'm going to do here is, because I know I need to add 1 inch for the sewing allowance, I'm going to add 1 inch starting from the leg line, and from this point I'm going to connect this 1 inch to the underarm line. Taking my ruler, just straight connect it just like that, including the sewing allowance. Now what I'm going to do is to take take my scissors and cut out the shape. And lastly, for the bottom piece, I'm going to take the ruler, the measuring tape, and measure just 1 inch. And half an inch, another 1 inch for the sewing allowance. And what I'm going to do here is to draw out just a slanted shape, not too much of a cutting. It's just going to be a little bit slanted right at the bottom of the top. Very simple. Then I'm going to cut it out, and then that's it. Now here's a pattern for the straps. Now for the back of the top, I'm simply going to place the front pattern on top of this paper, and then taking the tape roll, I'm going to measure down 5 inches just to match the underarm hole. Very simple. Okay, I'm going to crease a line right on the paper like that, and then I'm going to also make a marking right at the bottom for the length, right where the curve is. The marking will be right there. Very simple. Now the bust, which is 30 inches, I'm going to make a marking right at 7.5. And as I'm going to cut it right at the line at the top. And form a line right at the bottom. Now to make sure that it's a straight line. And I'm going to take a ruler, straight measure, tape, and then make 1 inch. Make a marking for 1 inch in the middle. Make a straight line. To cut out the sides. Right. Alright, so I have the back piece. And I have the zipper space, and here is the front piece,